What is up? This is Los, and this is the talking place, and I'm here talking again. I'm here for another week. All right, I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, sorry, delirious. I've been sitting in this chair now for about 2-3 hours, maybe, kind of, sorta, give or take. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of loopy. Be honest, I'm tired. I'm tired, and I've been talking to myself, and I've been like, closed up in a room. This is what happens when the kids are in school, and I pick up the house enough that you can walk around or put something down. I feel like, okay, I got some time. Let me record something, and then I take advantage, and recording one thing turns into, locking myself away, and now I have like a month's worth of podcasts. It's great. I love it. So here I am, with 18% on my computer left. So let's talk about games until it kicks me off. I haven't been playing. Surprise, surprise. I have not been playing like I want to. It's not that I don't feel like it. It's not that, there's nothing to play. No, I've been wanting to. I've been wanting to play. I've been wanting to get on there and do something and relax and chill. But the common theme here has been summer, but, aside from that, just tired at nighttime. Haven't been wanting to, do anything crazy. And I know, like, anything I do at nighttime, as soon as I start doing whatever, like, I'll start getting tired. I'll fall asleep because, that's where I'm at now. It's like I have plenty of things that I want to play, that I get excited for when I think about them. I want to get into them, play them, just haven't played them. But I want to get into things. I want to, set up a list of things. I think I'm going to finish playing what I'll talk about it. It'll be the first game I talk about. I'm going to finish playing that one. And then I think I'm going to jump into Sea of Stars. After that, it's whatever jumps out first, because there's a lot. I mean, all right. So first and foremost, the Switch 2, it's been a while. It's been June, July, it's been 2 months, July. Yeah. It's almost 3 months, since it's been out. I still love it. I still am I'm impressed. I'm happy with it. I'm not regretful. I'm not like, oh, but it's whatever. No, it's still like a Switch 1.5. Like, it's still the Switch Pro. Like, there's no around that. Like, it could have been better. Could have been a lot better. But for what it is, I'm happy with it. I'm happy that we got something updated. I'm happy that it's, there. I'm happy that it does what it does. Can it be better? Can it do better? Of course. Yes, it can. I feel like that's all I want to play. I feel like that's all I want to do. I have games on PS5 that I, want to play too. I want to finish. I want to do all that. No ambition whatsoever to do that. I have the Steam Deck, which was my baby, which was my pride and joy for a while. And that was like my go-to everything. But is it on Steam Deck? But can I play it on my Steam Deck? But that's where I was with that. That's been put to the side now. That's been, cast away. Like, okay, time to go and leave me with my new hotness. That's where I've been with the Steam Deck. I've actually gone through, cause the funny thing, here's where you're gonna laugh, cause you're gonna hear what I'm gonna say and be like, oh, that's so Los. That's something he would do. Yeah. So I had the Switch, right? Bought games on the Switch. Everybody loved the Switch. The Switch was the thing, handheld gaming, first thing out the gate with it that was like really focused on it. It did great. Bought a bunch of games on there digitally. Always wanted to play them. I never played them. Never got through to playing most of the games I bought on the Switch. Fast forward a lot. Got the Steam Deck. Steam Deck came out. Holy crap, this is revolutionary. The screen is amazing. Got the OLED Steam Deck. It was fantastic. Love it. I still love it. I'm not dogging it. I'm not saying that it's, that it's old news now. It's still a great machine. Still love it. Don't see myself selling it. If I do sell it, it's going to be for the next Steam Deck. But, that's down the line. But, that's a great machine. Love it. So when that came out, got the Steam Deck, I was like, holy crap, this is the new hotness. This is awesome. This is it. This is my primary gaming right now is on the Steam Deck. It's the best. Hopefully no future consoles of mine listen to the show. Because they're gonna, revolt against me. Is gonna be like, a band of evil exes coming after me. But when I got the Steam Deck, I was going crazy. I was like, holy crap, I need Steam games. I don't have any Steam games. I bought a bunch of games for cheap on the Steam Deck that I already had on the Switch. I already had them on the Switch, owned them there digitally, but I was like, I'm not playing on the Switch. I don't want to touch my Switch. I want to play with the Steam Deck. So I bought them on Steam Deck. And I was happy. I had them there. I 100% planned on playing them there. Wanted to play them. Wanted to get through them, Life happened. I did what I do. And I stopped playing. And I was like, okay, I want to play them. But I'll get to them eventually, whenever. Okay, whenever I feel like it, I'll play them. Fast forward again. Switch 2. Here I am. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is great. This is fantastic. This is like everything that, that I wanted in a Switch, but it's new. It's exciting. I gotta play some games on it. But I was like, okay, I have these games on the Switch that I bought on the Steam Deck, and now I could play them on the Switch because I already owned them. At least I already owned them, right? But this is where it gets funny. The Switch 2 has like revitalized my obsession with collecting games. And it's messed up. It really messed me up because the Switch did it. The Switch, I had a bunch of Switch games. Over the years, I wound up trading a lot of them in because either I needed the money to buy more games and I knew I wasn't going to play them because I didn't want to play on the Switch because it felt old. So I was like, I don't need this anymore. I don't really want it. I'm never going to play it on the Switch. So let me get rid of it. And yeah, so it's now awoken that beast in me to want to collect games again. And here we are. It's been about 3 months since the Switch 2 launched, and I kid you not. I have a list. I have a list that I'm keeping for myself to make sure I keep track of, what's being spent and all this stuff. I have bought about 19 to 20 games in the past 3 months. And it's sickening. It's like, holy crap, how did I do this? I don't know how I did it. I mean, I did it. I figured out a way. Either, I had money from, selling stuff, or I had money from, doing odd jobs here and there, or from like, taking care of something for my parents that they wanted to pay me for, and I took care of whatever. Like this, I've acquired money somehow, and it's all gone. because I'm going crazy collecting for the Switch 2, you know? And I'm not going out. I'm not going to Best Buy. I'm not going to GameStop and, buying these brand new games. I'm talking about like I'm going through Marketplace, I'm going through, my main source is Macari. If you don't know about Macari, I'm going to put the link in the show notes and you're going to check it out and you're going to sign up, because when you sign up, I get $10 and you get $10. That's how that works. So click on my link and sign up, and then you too could feel my pain of not having any money, but having Switch games, because there's a bunch of people on there that sell their games. They sell them for cheap, and they sell them, they sell their old games. Sometimes, most of the time, you'll find people that know what they're doing, know how much they want, and it's in line with a lot of stuff. But sometimes you'll find people who don't give a damn about how much money they get back. They just want the game off their shelf. And you'll find like stuff. You'll find like, Pokemon games for like $15, or, Donkey Kong for like 30, like people don't care sometimes. So it's like, it's a great place to go to like bargain hunt. And like, even though people list price, like I said, I'm cheap. So I will always lowball everybody and, see if it sticks. If it doesn't stick, okay, I'll go higher. They'll say no. Or, I'll go a little bit higher. They go lower, whatever. We play a game until I get the game. But yeah, that's where I've been. I've been collecting a whole bunch of games. Maybe I'll have a show where I talk about these games and I go through the list and I explain everything I've bought, how much I bought it for, but the prices have been really good. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing this full price stuff. I just, some of my bigger ones, I've gotten Skyrim for $16. I got Skyrim. I got what was it? Stardew Valley for 12, physical games I'm talking about. So yeah, that's where things get funny for me, because not only that I have, and like the funny part is that some of most of the, about half of them, these are the games that I already owned digitally on the Switch, that I repurchased digitally on Steam, but now here we are, and I'm like, you know what? I want this physically on my shelf, because that's how crazy I am. And that's where I'm at, because that's who I am. I'm local. What do you want me to say? I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what I do. And it's for, I have my reasons. I got my, it's addiction, call it, if that's what you want to call it, whatever. I have a problem. I'm admitting it. But what do you want me to do? I mean, it's something that makes me happy, and you cannot fault me for that. So there you go. I want physical, even though I own things like Stardew Valley or Shovel Knight or Gris. I think it's Gris. I own these games twice already on the Switch and on the Steam Deck. But, I've bought them cheap. I bought them, for whatever, like less than $5 I've gotten them. And here I am. I'm like, I want to have them physical, because I know they're great games. I know that they mean something. There's something that, like, if you play them, you're going to get something out of them. Like, something that you're going to feel for them. So I want them physically, because that's where I've been for the past year or so, year and a half, as far as like media goes, for movies and for games. Like, I've been in the mindset of physical is how I want things. Like, I want to have a physical library of things. I want to be able to say, this is mine. Belongs here on this shelf, and anybody who lives here has access. And, it's not going to be taken away from a streaming service, or it's not going to be, changed, because of whatever, updated in a way that it's going to make it broken or something, I want a physical collection of stuff, and I miss having a physical collection of things. So that's where I'm at now. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to beef up. And that's what the past few months has been for me. I put Donkey Kong Bonanza on hold. I haven't played it yet. Haven't touched it. I really want to, and I will, but it's brand new. It's going to be there for a while. and I could have bought it. I could have spent the money on it, but instead I've gotten like 3 or 4 other games for the same price. So it's like a good trade-off for me, I want to have my shelf where I want it before I could focus on buying newer stuff. I mean, there's plenty of new stuff I want to get. I want to get definitely though, I'm getting the new Pokemon when that comes out, and I'm playing that. That's like, Legends Arceus was my number 1 Pokemon game. So I'm there, and I'm like really excited. I want to see if this one holds up to that. But I want to try and just, focus on what I could focus on, and trying to collect what I can, even though if I did own it before, or I know I'm not going to get to it or whatever, if it's a good price, I want to pick it up. And, it's something that I'll take a break from the older ones to get a new one if I'm really excited for, like Pokemon. And it's hard to not do things, to not buy things. Like right now, Discounty, that just came out. I really, really want to pick that up. I really want to buy that. I played the demo, and I'm enjoying the demo so far. I'm currently playing it, and I want to buy that physically because I want to support that. And it's hard not to because yeah, it's a full price game. But at the same time, who knows how long? It's like one of those like off games that, they're out now. Who knows how long they're going to be on shelf? Maybe it's one run that they're going to have, who knows? It's like, I just saw this morning, I saw somewhere that Red Dead Redemption, not my favorite game, but I appreciate it, and I do want to play it. Like I had a time on the Steam Deck where I was playing Red Dead 2, and I was playing it so much, and I like got burnt out on it again. Still never finished it. Still never played it. Still never beat it. Got pretty far, but didn't beat it. Red Dead was the same thing. I got so much into it. I got so deep that I just got burnt out, and I stopped playing it. But I wanted to get a copy of Red Dead Redemption for the Switch, and it's physical on the cart. It's there. I want to get it, and I want to have it for my collection, to have it on my shelf, and I want to play it. When? I have no idea, but I know it's in my mind to play it. It's not like I just want to buy it to sit on the shelf, but I want to play it. But I saw this morning that the physical version of it that is on the cart, not going to be there for much longer. I think it's going to get re-released in September-ish, around there. It's going to get re-released, but it's going to be a code in the box. So it's going to be download only. It's not going to be a cart. This also happened with the Assassin's Creed games that are on the Switch, Ezio Collection, the Rebel Collection. I think Part 3 had its own cart on the Switch. These also, I have the physical versions here that my teenager son had them. They're here on the shelf. And if you go to a store, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll find a cart or in a random Walmart or something. But for the most part, it is a code in the box that you'll find now. The Prince of Persia game that just came out, the Lost Crown, same thing. Came out physically, you can still find it, but it's slowly being replaced by a code in the box. So this is the way that it seems like it's going, and I want to not get caught having to pay a lot more money in the future because I missed out on buying the physical cartridge of it, because, you know, the physical is the way of the future here. You know, that's the way I want to have it. That's the way, you know, I want to keep my old school roots nice and moist. Yes, I said it. And that's where I feel like I'll be happy doing it. Buying physical movies, buying physical games. So yeah, that's my 20-minute rant on how I am enjoying the Switch 2, buying a whole bunch of physical games to sit on my shelf. So what have I been playing? I've been actually, all right. I sound crazy, but I've been playing stuff. All right. I've been dabbling here and there, and I haven't been actually like fully committing to something, but I've been playing stuff. I've been playing since the Switch 2 released. I've been playing Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk has been on and off, like here and there whenever I have time. I gave a good chunk of time. I'm probably about halfway. When I finish playing that, because I am going to finish that one. I want to finish that one because I never played Cyberpunk. I never did, you know, I never got into it whenever I bought it when it first came out and traded it in because it was going through all that crap. And then I rebought it, traded that in, I think. Did I? Is that what happened? I don't know. Maybe. No. That's not what happened. I bought it. I think it was last Christmas I got it. I actually got it for Christmas. I remember now. I got it for Christmas for the PS5. And that's where I was going to play it. But then, you know, it came on the Switch, started playing it there. And yeah, there's cross save and stuff like that. And kind of works. I think I tried it once. It kind of worked. But I actually traded in my PS5 version because I'm just going to fully commit it to the Switch. That's where I'm going to play it. So it plays really freaking good for the Switch 2. It is straight up magic. Like what CD Projekt Red did, whatever they did. I talked about this in On Second Thought with Mike and Matt. If you go into the show notes, if you haven't heard it yet, go into the show notes and the link is going to be there for the show that I did with Mike and Matt where we talked about the Switch 2 and like all this stuff. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed with what they did to get Cyberpunk to work so good on the Switch 2. It's freaking amazing. But other than that, let me see what else. Let me do a quick little thing because my computer is very upset. It is blinking red and I've been sitting here for way too long. So let me see. Mario Kart World. I'm still going here and there. I think my goal right now for Mario Kart World is to play and do some time trials to like set up some time ghosts and stuff like there. I want to do that. I played through, I unlocked everything. I unlocked all the main characters. That's what I did. I unlocked all the main characters and I essentially got credits on it. So I'm happy with that until there's updates. There will be updates. There's going to be stuff to come up there. Hopefully it's free, but we'll see. Highly doubt it. But yeah, so Cyberpunk and Mario Kart, those are check. Fantasy Life, I had it imported and I didn't have it imported. I got an imported copy from a local game shop and I started playing that, and every single time that I turned it on, that I went to go play it, and every single time I got distracted with something or something happened that I had to stop playing and I had to put it down. So it's like, I feel like I gave up trying. I feel like, you know, all right, I'm not doing this no more because every time I tried to play it, I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't like actually physically sit there and play to get into it. So, once I get into like a rhythm of playing something, I'll pop it back in that I know I have more time to dedicate to it, but we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to play it though. I keep on wanting to play it. Let me see. Dave the Diver. That's one that I bought on Steam, but I wanted it on physical for the Switch. And by this time, they stopped carrying it. Like it was discontinued. They stopped making it. If you go looking for Dave the Diver right now, there's a good chance it's going to be pretty expensive because they don't make it no more. I'm lucky because I was very close to buying it at like $40 used on Mercari. But then I went to a GameStop and they had like a copy of the case. They had the case right there on the shelf. And I was like, do you have Dave the Diver? Yeah, we have one copy. I'm amazed. I'm like, I'm buying it right now. That's, it was like $30 and I had $5 coupon, $25. It was their crap. This is a new game, but it's been opened for whatever, like I'll be like, nope, not buying that. Refund it, do whatever. You should have told me. But in this case, like, I felt like that was the only time I was going to see that ever again on the shelf. So I grabbed it. Happy I did, because I played for a bit. I played that one for a few game sessions and I was like getting really into it. I really enjoy it. I want to finish playing that maybe after I finish Sea of Stars. I think that's going to be the next one. Sea of Stars, that one deserves it because that one I bought like 4 or 5 times and I still have not played it. I still got to beat it. So that's going to be on the list too. Pokemon Violet. I tried playing that. The kid tried to get me to play that. I want to play that and I want to finish it, but I don't think that's going to happen before the next Pokemon. I've been really itching to play a Pokemon game, but I think if I play that now, it's going to mess me up for Legends. So I'm probably not going to jump into it, but it does look and feel amazing. I never ever touched it because of all the bad hype, because of all the bad graphics and everything and the frame rates and everything that was always plagued it since it came out. Never touched it. But Switch 2 looks and feels freaking amazing, like melted butter on bread. It is good. So I'm looking forward to getting onto that. Like after, maybe I'll still have a Pokemon bug after Legends. We'll see. Gris, I finally played it. I'm almost done with it. I was playing it with my daughter, so I haven't played it because we haven't been able to sit down and play that. So maybe one of these days I'll actually finish it. I probably maybe got like an hour or so left in playing. It's a short game, but it's a very beautiful game. Very lives up to the hype, and I'm glad I picked that up. So playing that. Hades is another one that I really thoroughly enjoy, and I really look forward to maybe one day finishing it, finishing a run. I never got farther than I think the third level, the third boss. I think that's how far I got. But yeah, it's really something that really gets me. Like I really love, if I got 5 minutes, let me play Hades. Let me get that put on there. And it's funny because I had it on the Switch. I had it physically on the Switch a long time ago. And then I traded it in, never playing it. I was like, everybody talked about it. I wanted to buy it. I bought it, never played it, never gave it a chance, but I needed the money. So I traded it in and then I got it digitally on Steam Deck, and that's where I gave it a chance, and that's where I fell in love with it. That's where I was like, holy crap, this game is amazing. Why is nobody talking about it? And it's been like years since it's been out. And yeah, so Switch 2 came out, of course. I was like, I gotta rebuy Hades, gotta find it again. And that's one of those, another one that is pretty expensive to try and get. If you try and look for a used copy, you're going to be paying like $40, $45 around there, something like that. because you don't find that new anymore. And I think I wound up getting my copy for like 25 or something like that. I found somebody selling it for cheaper. So yeah, I'm happy I grabbed that one. Other than that, Mario Wonder is another one that I never got into. When I got it when it first came out, I think I got it the first week it came out. It was on a crazy sale on Home Shopping Network for $30 or something like that. And I grabbed it and I was like, oh, I got to play this. I never played it, but it was because of the Switch One. There's something about the Switch One and Mario Wonder that I did not like. Like there was something with the brightness of that you couldn't adjust something. I did not like how it looked or how it felt. Like there was something about it that every time I tried playing it, I was like, ew. Did not like it. And now it's like, I don't know, I fixed the brightness or something, like, because you're able to do that now, but it's great. Like I started playing it and I want to finish that. I want to get done playing with that one. That one's good. I think I got like halfway through, playing randomly here and there and playing with the kids or whatever. So that's a good one that I'm looking forward to. I'm beating eventually. How much percent? 6%. We could do this. All right, come on. My computer is so mad. Let me see. Potion Craft Simulator. This one got me. This is on my Steam wish list forever. I never picked it up. And then it was on the eShop for like $6. And I was like, this was when Switch 2 had just come out like a week or two later. And I was like, I want to buy something, just to commemorate. And I saw that. I was like, that's it. And I had gold coins. That's what it was. My last gold coins for my Nintendo. And it knocked the price down to like $2. I was like, hell yeah, let me do this. I bought the game, I think at 11 o'clock at night. And I think I went to bed at 3 a.m. that day because I just couldn't stop playing it. And truth be told, I've been afraid to turn it on ever since because that like really, really got its hooks in me. I want to jump back in. I want to jump back in one day and I want to play it. I want to beat it because I think there's an ending to that maybe, but I want to get into it some more because I was really enjoying how like cozy it was, how just easy it was to like get hooked into it. I loved it. And I love the aesthetic. I love the whole alchemy thing to it. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it. I want to give it a shot. Finish it, maybe. Next time I play it, we'll see. What else? Fortnite has been Fortnite. I've been touching on it here and there. I just turned it on for the first time in forever. I skipped the entire last season. Just skipped the whole thing. Season before that, I think I played the whole thing. I think I got it. I want to say. But yeah, skip last season with Superman, DC, all that stuff. Not my jam. But this season, holy crap, I want the Green Ranger so bad. So I think I have until November, until the season's over. I'm definitely going to go jump in there and get working on that because I want the Green Ranger. It kind of re-sparked my love for Power Rangers too. There's Rita's Rewind, I think, is a game that came out on the Switch. It was not received well, but there's been updates that made it a lot better. So it's like Ninja Turtles Splinter's Revenge, side-scrolling beat 'em up, but it's Power Rangers. So I'm like excited to get that eventually. When that drops in price or something, I find a cheap copy, I'm gonna pick that up. There's a bunch of car alarms going off. I wonder what it is. It's distracting me. But all right. So yeah, other than that, like I mentioned before, Disc County is the demo that I'm playing now that I'm really into. I'm really wanting to really jump into that one, and I'm trying not to because it seems like it's a good one. But at least that one has an ending because it's very comparable to Stardew Valley. It looks like, but it there's a definitive ending to it, and I love that. That's the part that's really getting me excited to play it. So eventually I'll pick that up. But if I hear that the physical version is is limited or something like that, then I'll definitely pick it up. Other than that, that'll be eventually. But I got a whole long list of games that I want to get still. I think I made a list for myself, and I think there was like 50 something games on there, and I got 20-ish. So that's a good jump for first 3 months, I say. I'm just keeping an eye out. Whenever I have some money, I'll keep an eye out for cheap copies or whatever, and just add to the shelf and just keep on playing that game, the collector's game, because that's my favorite game of all, game of the year. Collecting. But yeah, other than that, Switch 2, still loving it, still enjoying it, still looking forward to playing whenever it is I jump on there and play more. Yeah, so that's about it. Let me say peace out while I still can, while my computer still lives. So peace out. Hope you enjoyed this update for gaming and what I've been doing over the summer, that I've been playing so many different games here and there, back and forth, just whatever I feel like playing, letting my ADHD take control, take the reins, and then see where it takes me. So that's where I've been. So peace out. Have a good week. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe and go play some games.